Buenos días y bienvenidos a todos. Good morning and welcome, everyone. Welcome to a community dedicated to providing spiritual tools for living a happy and full life. My name is Karina Shear, and I am the spiritual director and founding minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. If you would like to join us for the live Zoom meeting, please contact me for the link and password, or check on our website, www.cslpv.org, on the weekly talk section. Today is Sunday, August 20th, 2023. And we are continuing our topic for this month of August, My Passion, My Purpose. The topic for this week is Perfectly Imperfect Passions. One of the suggested books that you might like to read this month is by Mary O'Malley, What's in the Way is the Way. So at this time, I'd like to truly welcome everyone, including those that are new to our teaching and to our center here in Puerto Vallarta, whether you're here on the live Zoom call or watching a replay at a later time. We teach a philosophy and honor all faith traditions. So whatever path you are on, know that it is the right one for you. No matter what your background is, please know that everyone is welcome here. And we value each and every one of you. So let's start with our purpose, vision, and mission statement, as we do each week. So we have a grand purpose here, and that is to awaken and celebrate diversity and to love and serve our community. We do this by means of our vision, which is creating the life you desire. And this is supported by our mission to provide spiritual tools for personal growth and transformation. More on these can be found on our website. So as I mentioned, we teach a philosophy. It's called the Science of Mind, and it's a teaching based on new thought and ancient wisdom. We offer spiritual tools and principles to promote personal growth, and we honor diversity in all aspects so that we can appreciate the great oneness that already exists everywhere and within everyone. When Dr. Ernest Holmes founded this teaching, he had studied both Eastern and Western spiritual texts in order to create the Science of Mind. And when asked to provide a concise definition of the teaching, he replied that it is a correlation of laws of science, opinions of philosophy, and revelations of religion applied to human needs and aspirations. So each week we offer a service with an inspirational message. And we'll be resuming our in-person meetings at noon on Sunday, September 24th. So if you would like further details, please connect with me either by email or through our website. And if you would like to have a one-on-one connection for spiritual mind treatment to assist you with whatever is going on in your life, or whatever you would like to see something different or something more, then please connect with me. And if you would like to commit to being a member of the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta for this current year, or if you would like to be on our board of trustees, please contact me and I'll be sure to send you the current form. I'd also like to remind you to like and subscribe to our YouTube page and our Facebook page. If you're interested in learning more about the Science of Mind teaching, we'll be offering new courses starting in late September, early October. All these details can be found on our website under classes. And if you're interested in workshops or book studies or other courses, then please connect with me so that we can put those on our calendar as well. So we are divine beings, and yet our critical voice can often paralyze our passions. Discover how to find a place of self-acceptance in order to share the gifts that are uniquely ours to give. We are never alone and can trust that we are always guided to perfect self-expression. So this month, we've been exploring passion and purpose. And today, we recognize the challenges of being human in a cultural world that often judges mistakes or imperfections negatively. And we'll discover our passion and purpose. That we often default to judging ourselves or comparing ourselves to others, feeling that we're not worthy or capable of carrying out our goals or our dreams. We dissolve into stagnation and fear. In fostering an illusion of separation, we feel incapable of stepping into our dreams. Taking score too soon, we don't allow time to reveal the perfection of our passionate growth. By following some simple steps, we can recognize those imperfections as unique expressions of the divine manifesting through us, and thus embrace the perfection of it all. So I'd like to start with a quote by Parker Palmer. He said, "Wholeness does not mean perfection. It means embracing brokenness as an integral part of life." So yes, the universe delights in expressing itself as us and offers guideposts to follow along the way. We need to trust the process and affirm that everything is working for our best and highest good. There are no accidents or mistakes in life. Everything unfolds to our belief systems as a natural outcome of our thoughts. When we broaden our expectations to celebrate our quirks, anticipated surprises lie just on the other side. The seed of perfection is growing as us. Only our judgments can block its unfoldment. And this is what Christian Sorensen said. When you're too close to something, it's impossible to see the larger picture. The defense system of your myopic vision will keep you from going outside the norm and acceptable peer projection. So it's easy to doubt ourselves and our abilities. We are hardwired for fear based on survival instincts. And therefore, a large percentage of our thoughts each day are negative ones. Believing that someone is out to get us, that we're not good enough, or that there is a limited supply of something which we must compete. Our only blocks are these, and they block our manifestations. We are never separated from universal intelligence. We are guided in the directions we need to take. Recognizing that we are not alone, we trust in our experiences. And current conditions do not reveal the truth of the situation necessarily. They only show us the results of the past thinking, allowing us to make corrections along the way. And defensiveness or self-doubt hinder our passions and feelings of purpose as we act from this belief of being alone in the world. We might fear that no one will like what we have to offer, or that it's not good enough to share with others. Well, beliefs such as these can stunt our expansion and block our unfoldment into perfection. We must not be afraid to take the first step in realizing that our dreams are valid and that we have a purpose for existing. So Jim Carrey, the actor and comedian, had a natural talent and passion for being dramatic. His parents would invite friends over when he was a child, and he would easily become a theatrical entertainer. He quickly discovered that he found joy in making people laugh and learned a valuable lesson from his father. He said, so many of us choose our path out of fear disguised as practicality. He went on to say that his father could have been a great comedian, but he didn't believe that was possible for him. So he made a conservative choice instead and got a job as an accountant. And then Carey reveals the moral of his story. He said, when I was 12 years old, he was let go from that, quote, safe job. He said, our family had to do whatever we could to survive. I learned many great lessons from my father, not the least of which is that you can fail at what you don't want, so you may as well take the chance on doing what you do love. And Raymond Charles Barker said this, the goodness of life is the goodness of God. I now release all emotional power from any and all guilt in my subconscious mind. I am set free of all self-judgment and self-condemnation. So most of you, especially in Canada, will probably know the company Intuit. It's a software company that gives a special award for the best failure and creates failure parties to celebrate them. Intuit's co-founder, Scott Cook, said, every failure teaches something important that can be the seed for the next great idea. There's a reward in Google for making mistakes and taking risks. Both companies recognize that lessons come out of discovering what doesn't work. You can even do a Google search for people and companies that have failed many times prior to finding success. Athletes, actors, authors, entrepreneurs. They'll all tell you that it was through failure that they found what didn't work, and it was their persistence and resilience that finally led them to find what did work. So when we step out of our comfort zone, we are open to growth and expansion. We change our course when we believe in our project or our dream. We realize that this is what we're here to do, despite how it may look for others. Learning to lean into a choice that is not unique, powerful as powerful as our own is often based on the desire to fit in and not to rock the boat. It's based on surviving rather than thriving. After all, beliefs are merely thoughts that we keep having repeatedly. They hold no special power unless we inflate them by our constant focus. Self-doubt are created by us and therefore can be let go also by us. As we realize our perceived opinions of others, we begin to take greater chances. As we release our perceived opinions, we begin to take greater chances. And Pema Chodron said this: to stay with shakiness, to stay with a broken heart, with a rumbling stomach, with the feeling of hopelessness, that is the path of true awakening. Sticking with that uncertainty, getting the knack of relaxing in the midst of chaos, learning not to panic, that is the spiritual path. So perspective gives us a great opportunity to see the perfection in all events and all creations. We often judge the outcome far too soon, when the manifestation has yet to be revealed. And we can turn shambles into shortcuts by recognizing the gifts or the lessons within them, sparking new insight. If you look closely at an intricate tapestry, you might believe that it's a mangled mess of yarn and fabric, making no sense and no design whatsoever. It isn't until you step back and view the tapestry from afar that you'll discover the bigger picture and see how everything is woven together in a perfect pattern. Your tapestry need not be compared to anyone else's, as you alone know the purpose and reason behind each and every thread and color. I learned this in a mosaic art class as well. The teacher would take the piece and hold it at a distance for us to get a better perspective of where we needed to add more or change the position of the tiles. She told us not to dwell too much on the parts that we didn't like and not to strive for perfection, for sometimes those little flaws are what makes our creation perfectly unique. And it's the same thing with what we do in everyday life. Sometimes we just need to step back, reevaluate our goals, and then try again. Brene Brown said this: because true belonging only happens when we present our authentic, imperfect selves to the world, our sense of belonging can never be greater than our level of self-acceptance. So question your long-held beliefs. Why are we hanging on to those that are based mostly in fear? We have an opportunity to move into expansion by boldly stepping out and taking risks. Each day, make a mistake or fail at something that expands your being. It's our choice regarding if and how long we want to keep living in the idea of worthiness or comparing ourselves to others. We are each blessed with a divine seed that is waiting to sprout. And there's no separation. And when we belittle ourselves, we belittle the spirit that created us and diminish the power inherent therein. Step into the knowing that each passion we have is assisted with a perfect pattern activated at birth. The universe expands by playing and creating through our unique, perfectly imperfect human form. And I'll leave you with this quote: every circumstance serves equally the evolution of all involved, offering each individual the perfect opportunity to create a new and hopefully create more wisely and compassionately. And that takes us to our weekly affirmation. I am a spiritual being living my perfect human experience. And so now is our time for mindfully giving back where we are spiritually fed. Donations are gratefully received through PayPal or Tithely on our website, www.cslpv.org. You'll find the donate buttons on both the landing page and on the replay, on the page with the replays of each weekly talk. Alternatively, if you would like to send in a paper check, you can do so by addressing it to CSLPV number 403, 2125 Birch Road, Kelowna, BC, B1Y8M1. And now, if you would like to join me in our offertory affirmation. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I do give eternal thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. So thank you for coming and sharing this time together. And let's continue with the practice of peace. We can each be a force for peace and nonviolence. Our words and our actions create ripples of peace all around us and beyond. Peaceful living includes acting with compassion, kindness, and consideration. And it also includes standing up against injustice. May peace and love be with you. Blessings. Namaste.